Welcome to the Real Men Group podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gray, and as always, I'm so happy to be here. Vibe subscribers, how are you healing? How are you healing? It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. You know that saying, man, when life has been, shit really gets life. That's probably one of the realest statements I have ever heard. And it means so much to me now that I'm older, adult. 19 looks good, right? Everybody wants to remain young, right? But at this age, at this big age, I realize that does get life in. And here in the Real Men Group podcast, my job is to bring real topics so we can get real results amongst real people. Now, there's a lot of women who are going to benefit from this podcast, and that's okay. That's okay, because ultimately we want y'all to learn us, right? The same way that we want to learn y'all, right? So it's my job to bring the real. And if there's something real going on in my life, I'm going to share it. We're going to talk about it, because this is how we're going to build. And a lot of y'all is going through things where you feel like you are the only one going through. Like you are one in a million. Like you're the only one that has experienced a loss, a heartbreak. A lot of us don't know how to deal with losses. But I always say this: if you haven't lost anything, you never had anything. It's part of life. Even the most successful people in life has experienced some form of loss, right? Relationships, money, poor decisions, poor money management, infidelity, a breakdown of a relationship. It's life. Like I said, when life get life in, it gets life in. But thank you for tuning into the realest, the fastest growing podcast on the internet. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting this movement, for supporting this channel. So let's dig right into it. Bottom line is, women cheat better than men. It's this big stigma that men are the biggest cheaters. But little do you know, like women, they actually cheat better than we do. And 9 times out of 10, it's just my assessment that women do cheat more than men. Don't kill me. Statistic shows, right? So let's get this right. So women not only cheat better than men, but when women cheat on men, it is more damaging. It is more damaging to the relationship. It is more damaging to the man. Because when a woman step out on the relationship, there's more emotions involved when a woman step out. When a man step out, it's for the moment, right? So you got emotions and you got for the moment. And the moment is only just that. Like, we're not looking to, I say we because I cheated before. We're not looking to replace you as a woman. We're not looking to replace you with another woman. But when y'all women cheat, it's a completely different story. You guys are looking for the replacement. You guys are comparing what this one does and what this one doesn't. Am I right? I think I'm right. So, and then it's always like, you got to understand, like, there would never be a relationship that's 100% satisfied. You would never be 100% satisfied. The man could be great looking, very attractive, but he could suck in bed. Or he might be unattractive, but has the bag. How many times you guys have experienced that? Where you got the unattractive man that is making the bag, that's bringing in the bread, and gets the most beautifulest woman. And she commits, marry, get in a relationship, or whatever. But it's always those buts. Those buts always come to be a problem later on in the relationship. See, studies show that women are overall better cheaters than men. Study shows that women are better cheaters than men. See, everything that they do is calculated. It's calculated with a assessment of risk. What do I mean by that? If I get caught with this guy, right? The person that I'm cheating with, is he going to be better than the person that I'm with today? Is this my person that I'm missing out on because I'm with this guy? You ever heard that saying, don't let your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband? Or don't let your girlfriend stop you from meeting your wife. right? So sometimes when you are faced with these, let's say, rock in a hard place, you really don't know what to do. But it's different when a woman cheats on a man. It's different. The emotions makes it different. Check this out, right? So the woman that you are with, right? Let's say that this woman carries herself with such great respect. She respects herself. She respects her body, right? She respects the relationships. But then that woman steps out and cheat on you. You're gonna look at it like this relationship that she's entertaining outside of the relationship that we are in, it must mean something to her for her to step out on a relationship. So men look at it like, this man is my replacement. She's looking to replace me. So a woman could take a man back if he cheated on her, right? Ladies, how many times have you took back a man that cheated on you? But you know what happens? Fellas, we are giving these women a free dick card in the future because they always going to remember those moments, those times when you cheated on them and you broke their heart and you gave them a pass. And how many times, ladies, how many times have you said, well, I took you back. I gave you another opportunity. Why can't you forgive me for this? Now here's the kicker. Men dealing with women that have cheated on them, chances are very slim for them to take you back. Period. No man wants to think, no man wants to have the impression that his lady has been pleased by another man. So when y'all cheat, a man is conquering. He is conquering your body. He is touching your emotions. You guys are exchanging that energy, right? With men, it's different. We're not exchanging no energy. If there's energy exchange, it's not on our part. We're not looking to exchange any energy, nor are we looking to replace you with another chick. So cheating has been part of the romantic relationship since the beginning of time. Like, it has been documented. When I say documented in almost all ancient writings, including religious work like the Bible. Offenders have been known to develop ingenious strategies to keep their deceptions concealed. Let me break it down to you. Since the beginning of time, infidelity has been prominent in relationships, okay? It has been noted, including in religious work like the Bible and ancient writing, right? So just because you're being cheated on today doesn't make you the only one that have been cheated on. It's been around since the beginning of the time. See, women are just more calculated when it comes down to cheating, right? Then men are, we are sloppy when it comes down to cheating. We get caught doing the dumbest shit, like leaving a receipt in our pockets from the hotel or a parking slip when we're supposed to be at work. Women don't do shit like that. Women are very calculated, very calculated. She can say, babe, I'm gonna hang out with the girls. We're gonna do brunch tomorrow. She goes out, have brunch, takes a picture, right? Smile for the picture, sends it off to you. Fellas, how many times did you receive these pictures when she's going out with her girls and she's taking a picture, a selfie with her and her girls? Wait. But then after that, she dips off and deal with the side dude. Or the side dude is there already. Think about that for a second. See, a man can say that we're going to go hang out with the fellas, knowing that we're going to be with the side chick. There's no picture. We're not meeting up with the fellas to fake pump a picture to send to our girl like, hey, listen, I really didn't go out with another chick. I'm really out with the fellas. Nah, it doesn't work that way. See, women cheat with their hearts. Men cheat with their dicks. Think about that for a second. Women cheat with their hearts. Men cheat with their dicks. But in some cases, there are women that are nymphos that just need to have sex all the time, or they just need to have that constant reminder on how beautiful they are, right? I mean, certain situations, certain women look long for certain different things, right? But here's the kicker. A lot of women make these decisions to deal with the boyfriend number two. Let's call him boyfriend number two. But they got to understand that boyfriend number two is always going to be better than boyfriend number one. Because boyfriend number one doesn't deal with everyday bullshit. He doesn't deal with paying bills. He doesn't deal with laundry and helping with the kids. He's not dealing with any of that. His sole purpose is to fuck the shit out you, give you everything that you've been lacking in a relationship. And there's one thing about women. Women are very vocal. They are very vocal when they aren't happy, but they are vocal to the wrong people. They will sit there and pillow talk with the side dude and tell him everything that he needs to know. Tell the side dude everything that he needs to do to take her from the dude that she is with now. Fellas, you ever was sliding, creeping with a chick, knowing she got a man, but she is telling you everything that this man has done, and she's telling you everything that this man isn't doing? So guess what we're gonna do? Boyfriend number two is gonna play his part. Side dudes always know how to play their parts. It's the inevitable. It's just how this shit was set up, right? It's how it's set up. But you know you have that neighbor that has the best grass on the block. It's that whole grass is green on the other side analogy. Every time you drive by, you look at this neighbor's grass and you're like, damn, this grass is amazing. I want my grass like this. So then now you start to dig into getting your grass to look the same way, and then you realize that there's so much work that goes into maintaining that green grass. And now you regret taking on this responsibility. You regret wanting to change something that you are used to. So it's just like relationships. Like we always tend, I say we because men included, we always tend to think that there's something better out there. We can go out and find a superwoman, right? Or she can go out and find Superman when she got Clark Kent right there next to her. Or we're looking for Superwoman and we got Lois Lane. Well, Lois Lane's not Superwoman, but you get what I'm saying. We always feel like it's something better. And once we realize that it's not better, 9 times out of 10 it's too late. You can't go back because you ruined whatever you had. So that lawn that you said you didn't want, now you really don't have it when you go back to get it. Check that out. It's crazy, right? So in the world of social media, it's so easy to compare relationships because everyone is posting the great moments, all the beautiful gestures, the gifts, the trips, the dinners. So it's so easy now to look at your relationship and put the flaws into your relationship. So you're looking like, my man doesn't cook for me. My man ain't buying me bags. He ain't flying me out to foreign countries. It's the comparison that's affecting a lot of these relationships. How many relationships would have lasted without social media? How many relationships would have lasted without social media? Think about that for a minute. Maybe a lot. Maybe 90% of the relationships would have lasted if we didn't have social media in the mix. Maybe your relationship would be better if it wasn't social media in the mix. So while doing my research, right, 75% of the women that cheated, got caught, that lost their relationship, somewhere down the road regret it. They regret doing what they did because they realized that the grass wasn't green on the other side, and boyfriend number two was really just trying to be boyfriend number two. Sex, the passion in relationship, is pretty much like the first thing to go. So if you eat chocolate donuts, and let's say you love fucking chocolate donuts, but if you're eating chocolate donuts every day you are having a chocolate donut, eventually you're going to be tired of it. Look at that as sex with your partner. Eventually you're going to need to do things differently. You're going to need to spice up the relationship, just like the chocolate donut analogy. You can love the donut, but eventually you're going to start to get tired of it. You're going to need a break. You're going to need a change of scenery, change of positions. You're going to need to you need to change. I always say, like, either you're going to evolve or you are going to die. And that's in relationships too. Either your relationship evolve, meaning you guys are working to elevate, to become better. If you stay stagnant, someone is going to be bored as fuck. And women get bored really, really quick in a relationship. They need that excitement. They need to have that. Sex is very important in a relationship. I get it and I understand. But there needs to be complete understanding. Like, there's so many things that come into play that can potentially hurt your sex life. Work, responsibility, children, and lack of spice could pretty much kill the mood. No one wants to eat chocolate donuts every day. Think about that. So I came across a clip online that I'm going to play for you right now. It's a woman that has lost over 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Completely different woman. Now she became the it girl and don't know what to do. Check this out.
I usually jump right into the interviews. I don't like to take the scenic route, as I like to say. How did you ruin your marriage?
Infidelity. I will say that is the simplest way to put it.
Infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the narrative is always the man cheats.
Yes.
The man messed up. We were having a conversation off camera and you was just like, everybody that you talk to says, well, what did he do?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that narrative?
Yeah. I think people automatically go to the man being the problem. So when I say, I'm divorced, whatever, they're like, oh God, what did he do? Oh, good for you. You can do better. And it's sort of like, oh, it was me, actually. It wasn't him.
How was your marriage? Was this like a tumultuous relationship that you had? If you could give me just a little backstory about how the dynamic of the relationship was.
So we met when I was about 19. And he became my best friend. We decided to get married a few years later. We got married very young. I was about 23 at the time. Got married very young, and he was amazing. He was a great provider. He was a good friend, and things were good. We had a baby. Things were good until they weren't.
And why weren't they?
Well, before when we met, I was 130 pounds heavier. So I lost 130 pounds and kind of lost my mind, so to speak.
But you lost 130 pounds in the relationship?
In the relationship. When we got married, I was 320 pounds at my heaviest. And I lost the weight and kind of went south.
Was this the first time that you've ever been slimmer and
Yes. All my life, I've been a fat girl. So this was the first time that I actually got to be the it girl, so to speak.
Crazy, right? Insecurities is one of the number one reasons why women would cheat. If she's not getting the attention that she's looking for, the words of affirmation, or even catering to her love language isn't being met or catered to. I think one of the main reasons in relationships that we all do is that we settle. We settle, knowing that this person does not have all the qualities that we are looking for in a person, but we still commit, we get in these relationships, and then we settle. And eventually, you settling will cause for your mind and your body to wander. So the bottom line is, we got to stop getting in relationships knowing that this person is not going to be someone we're looking to spend the rest of our lives with. Do men cheat? Absolutely. But the difference between men cheating and women cheating is we're not looking to replace you. We're not. See, women are looking for a better person. They're looking for the better version of you. And that's the major difference between men cheating and women cheating. Now, if you find out that your woman is cheating on you, the chances are she wanted you to know. Them getting caught is pretty slim to none. They are immaculate with hiding shit, right? You ever heard that saying? Did you ever hear somebody say, God damn, I stepped in cat shit? Think about that. I stepped in cat shit. Probably not. How many times you heard people say, damn, I stepped in dog shit? Probably a million times. See, women are like cats. They are really good with covering shit up. So the bottom line is, if you caught your girl cheating on you, 9 times out of 10, she didn't give a fuck. She wanted you to know. So there's a certain type of investigative skill that women have. Women are by far one of the best detectives in the entire world. These women are cracking cold cases. And we think that we are slick, we're smart, we're covering our tracks. Nah. Them women gonna go back and they're gonna find every crumb that we left. But we don't have that type of skill set. We don't have that skill set. So a woman could literally be cheating on us and we wouldn't even know. Why? Why is it so easy for women to cheat over men? Maybe we don't pay as close attention. Maybe we're not looking at the warning signs in a relationship. Maybe they just are better at cheating than we are. But that's the premise of this episode. And I do believe that women are better cheaters than men. See, women cheat as often or even more than men. They're just better at hiding it. While data generally indicates that women are less likely to cheat than men, right? Some researchers suspect that the data could be a little screwed by the possibility that women are just more careful about covering their tracks. They are definitely better. So there was an article that I read on brides.com. Brides.com, right? And it shows the top 12 reasons on why women cheat. So number 1 is dissatisfaction in the relationship. They're just not happy. For whatever reason, he doesn't take out the garbage. He doesn't cook breakfast, or he doesn't take me on those fancy trips anymore. Or he never took me on those fancy trips. So they just satisfied with the entire relationship. So number 2, low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. So women cheat because they lack the confidence in the relationship. Number 3, emotional starvation. They are not getting the emotions, the emotional support that they need from their man. Number 4, anger. They're mad. They're upset that the relationship isn't where they want it to be, or he is not as motivated as they want him to be. Anger. Number 5, lack of excitement. A lot of women that I talk to, and I ask them, like, why you cheat on your man? It's because I'm bored. He doesn't do it for me anymore. So they lack excitement in the relationship, which caused them to cheat. Number 6, lack of sex. I get it. And a lot of men would cheat because they are lacking sex. I get it. I can understand why number 6 is there. Number 7, loneliness. Women cheat because they are lonely. They are lonely in the relationship. Why are they lonely in the relationship? But that's number 7. Number 8, insecurities. I said that, just like the clip I just played. She was insecure. Now she gained her confidence. Now she don't know how to act. But there's insecurities in the relationship that are causing these women to cheat. Number 9, midlife crisis. Women are looking at their life, mid-age, 35. I believe the crisis goes from 35 to 60, but let's start with 35. They're looking at their life and where they are and careers and kids and looking at their man, and they want changes. They want to make changes in their life. They're getting tired of being mom. They're getting tired of being wifey. They want to find something new. They want to change jobs. They want to change hairstyles. So they are faced with a midlife crisis. So underlying conditions is number 10. So there's issues, there's problems that they just aren't able to resolve with their significant other. So it caused them to go out there and cheat. Opportunity. I say this, no one has more opportunity to cheat than a woman. A woman has more opportunities than a man. There was something that I read that a woman pretty much get hit on anywhere from 700 times to 1,500 times by all different types of men. And today, even women is is trying to take women away from men. So that the opportunity is always there. There's always going to be a man that wants to smash. There's always a man that is looking at, I don't care how a woman looks. There's always a man that will smash it, that would take it down. Am I right? Okay, number 12. Numb the difficult feelings. I think that's more of a therapeutic thing. I think when you are dealing with like childhood traumas and you need to uncover, unpack. So dealing with, to numb and to be dealing with difficult feelings. I think that's more of a therapeutic thing. You need to go see some therapy. But the bottom line is this. Whatever reason you choose to cheat, and this goes for men too, just understand that there's a repercussion behind it. And ladies, just because you forgave a man for cheating on you doesn't mean that the man needs to forgive you for cheating on him. It's different. I understand you may look at it as a double standard, but that's the reality. No man is going to take a woman back after she stepped out, especially if she had sex with another man. It's just not going to happen. And fellas, check this out. You heard it on the Real Men Group podcast by your host, Mr. Gray. If you get caught cheating, the best thing for you to do is leave the relationship. Leave the relationship. And I understand that it may be hard, especially if you love her, the relationship was good, you just fucked up. But trust me, you would never be able to live it down. You just gave her a free dick coupon that she's going to cash in on you at a later date. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Men Group podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gray. And as always, so happy to be here to the next one. Peace.